Excellent strength and perfect clarity is the 5x5.
It's time for
It's Fanboy Weekly for all you geeks, nerds, and blurs. Let's get our geek on.
Yes, it is Fanboy Weekly. I'm David. Of course, you guys know that. And we're going to talk about a few things tonight, today, depending on what time you're listening to it. Or if you're here listening to me live, thanks for listening. I guess I missed out on some things or missed out on a thing. Someone had told me a couple of weeks ago that there was a free comic book day. I'm like, no. We already had that. That was back in May. He's like, no, it's for Halloween. And then kind of vaguely, I remembered that one year, possibly, maybe even last year, or year before last, I was at one of the local comic book stores, and they were giving away free comic books. And I'm like, okay. I don't remember seeing anything, but it could be true because, like I said, vaguely I kind of remember that there was something going on for Halloween pertaining to free comic books. Anyhow, so today I opened my email, and it has this email from Halloween ComicFest. And I'm like, what? So I'm assuming it's the same people who did the free comic book day back in May. And just so you guys know, May 3rd, 2014 will be the free comic book day for next year. Just so you guys know. But anyhow, so I'm like, oh my God. This is true. Everything kind of solidified in my mind. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a Halloween comic fest, and they do give out free comic book days. And from where I looked at the website is www.halloweencomicfest.com, and you can find all the information. But I thought I'd share that with you guys today. Looks like they're giving away 11 full-size comic books, and then 11 mini comic books, I guess like the digest size. I'm not too terribly sure. They also have on the website where you can put in your address or your zip code and find what local comic book store in your city is going to be participating. Thankfully, even though my city is small, both comic book stores here will be participating. So that morning I'm going to get up and it's going to be on October the 26th and 27th. So that morning on Saturday, I'll get up and my nephew, my little co-host, if you've listened to the show, I haven't put it on Spreaker, but on Blog Talk Radio, I did a free comic book day special where my nephew and I was up early in the morning to get our free comic books that day and patronize some of the artists. But this is Halloween Comic Fest on October 26th and 27th. It looks like they're giving away a Batman Lil a Batman Lil Gotham #1. They're giving away a Ultimate Spider-Man Adventures, a CN, which would be Cartoon Network Super Sampler, and then one I'm not familiar with is called Disenchanted Debut. So it says full-size issue, Magic Turned Evil in Vimentown. So if you guys know anything about that, I do not. Excuse me, Skyward Into the Grim. That's another one that they'll be giving away. Sonic the Hedgehog, Soulfire Genesis, and Batman Long Halloween. So it looks like we're going to get 2 full-size Batman books, and then the rest will be they're going to be fat. They're going to be full-size, but the rest are going to be. But you know what? Nothing. Oh, I missed one. I thought I was going to say nothing from Marvel, but they're also going to give away a Thor: God of Thunder, and then a Ultimate Spider-Man Adventures #1. And they do that share your universe. You can always pick that up at I always see it at the comic book store. I missed a few. It looks like there's going to be Junji Ito Uzumaki. I think I had to get that right. That's when they're giving away. And Miss Peregrine's Home, Peculiar Children, Machete book from the Machete Book Group. I'm not familiar with that, so that should be interesting. But on the website, you can download previews of the Spider-Man book and the Thor book. So we have a couple things from Marvel, 2 Batmans from DC, and the rest. Archie Comics is the one that's going to be giving out the Sonic the Hedgehog, Avatar Press. So hopefully, and like at Free Comic Book Day, we were able to get some. There was one store that wasn't really participating, but they were doing like a sale, and I know some of the local stores were doing sale. They had artists there, and since it's Halloween, all you cosplayers will be able to dress up. I don't think I'm dressing up. I've always wanted to do, and what I'll probably do, I want to do a phoenix symbol over one of my eyes, but then I was thinking I'll wear glasses, so I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe I just won't wear my glasses one day, or that particular day. So I think I'm going to get me some gold, maybe some gold lipstick or something. And you know how Jean Grey in one of the after she dad come back and then she had started manifesting the Phoenix powers again. This before it went into the new X-Men. And when you seen her Phoenix self in the astral plane, she had that little phoenix bird thing over her eye. So, and hers was black, but I want to do a gold one since I'm a dark brother, so I think that would look better on my skin. But anyhow, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to dress up. My nephew might dress up, and if we do dress up, because I have to work that day, I might do a zombie if possible. I might take the day off. Don't know, but I'll have to see. But yeah, so either I'm gonna do a zombie, but I'm probably just gonna do the little Phoenix things. I don't know. They might have a thing to where you can't get anything unless you're dressed up. And I'll talk about they do have a costume. I'm sorry, a costume contest as well pertaining to the website. But back to so those were the full size, and then I'm going to get to the mini size. So I don't know exactly what they're going to be. I'm thinking like digest size, like if you think in terms of the Archie comics. But it looks like we're going to be getting Action Lab Vamplets mini comic bundle, so it's going to probably be several stories in one, and Arctic Zombie Kid bundle. Then there's a Sesame Street, Archaea Panto. I don't even know what that is. Zambanata. I won't be getting that one because I don't know what it is. There's another Archie's one, Pals and Gals. So I'm assuming Betty and Veronica will be featured in that one. Then I didn't get this. I'm mad at myself doing Free Comic Book Day. They're going to have a mini of Adventure Time. I'm so getting this book. I want that, and I'm getting the Dark Horse Itty Hellboy mini comic. I'm going to get that as well. I haven't seen mini Hellboy, so that's going to be interesting, and I'll get to that in a second because it has something to do with the costume contest. And also Super Dinosaurs, Sketch Monsters, and Ben 10 Omniverse. So it's gonna be 20. That's 22 books. So I don't know how many my local comic book store is gonna get, but I think that's kind of interesting, and I'm gonna be there. And they're having it on 2 days. Free Comic Book Day was only 1 day. They're having it 2 days, the 26th and the 27th. So the full weekend prior to Halloween, that's where they're going to be doing this. At your local comic book store. But that brings us to the contest. Now I was looking. This is on the website, and how you enter this costume contest. There's a button that you have to get prior to. Well, let me just read the rules. This is how to enter. First, get the button. The button is a Hellboy mini, and I want the button. I'm not going to do. Well, maybe I'll go grab it this weekend, but I'm not going to I'm not going to dress up because I know I'm not going to win. Okay, you grab the button, so you had to get that at your local comic book store. Then dress up in your costume and take a picture wearing that button. And then number 3, enter in one of the 5 scary categories, and then upload your costume photo, write a description, and then get out the vote. So there's several people on here now that you can vote for. There's only 5 entries, and it looks like the one called the Maniac is, oh no, Enzio. Or Ezio, however you pronounce that. It looks like he's winning right now. The categories, it doesn't really say. Well, I'm going to hit enter now, see what it says, because I didn't see the categories on there. Yeah, no categories. I don't see which ones that you're supposed to, what categories you're supposed to use to get in, but anyhow, check it out on the website. Looks like they'll be giving some pretty cool prizes. Looks like two grand prize winners will be $500 shopping spree at a Halloween Comic Fest participating comic shop. So that's a lot of money, $500 to get all your fanboy stuff, and then there's $100, and then in the scary costume category voted winners, the most votes in each costume category, there's superhero, comics, TV, gamer, horror, and original. They'll receive their costumes categories prize pack from our great Halloween Comic Fest sponsors. There is one adult, 14 years old and up, and one kid, 13 years old and under. Scary costume category vote winner in each costume category for a total of 10 winners. So, and then there's some cool prizes associated. So like I said, check it out on the website. I just wanted to give you that information. I'll probably do some type of show while I'm there that day, or record, maybe get an interview. There's gonna be a ton of pictures, so you'll have to check the website probably the Monday after, or maybe probably even after Halloween, because it's going to be kind of a busy weekend. But I'm excited because it's always exciting to get free comic books, and I've been going actually more regularly because I stopped, and I'm still kind of mad at the X-Books because they're all over the place. I haven't picked up my second issue of Infinity, and actually I'm going to download that tonight before I go to bed. And I want the book, but see, I need to buy the book first, because then you get a free digital copy. So maybe I'll wait. Maybe sometime this weekend I'll be able to run, because I want one of those Hellboy buttons. But anyhow, check out the website, www.halloweencomicfest.com. Check out the costume contest. And then I'll have information on my website, which is recycleblogtalk.blogspot.com. And we'll be right back.
Like my red cape. Super. Ooh. Can you please pour me a handle? Now hit the sirens on the rocks.
Growing up, I was confused, like the cars up over my head. Confused, I tap my fingers and then wind up dead. My mom and dad, they wouldn't listen when I realized I'm a hero and I'm on a mission. Living that life, I'm considered a myth. Rockin' body sober after drinking a fifth. I'm topping man balloons and they're shaking the fist. Pulling bad guys over with the flick of my wrist. Till my rhyme's so hot, MCs are melting. 537 degrees Kelvin, that's 264 degrees Celsius. Don't ask me what the fuck the Fahrenheit equivalent is. But I need a superhero partner. Team up and battle crime like Crest Battle Starter. Now we fight crime while we drop rhymes. Ladies form lines while we say what we say. Superheroes, every city has a real. Like the streets of Gotham City have Batman. We're on the call any time of day. Making mad scientists aching like clay. Last line of defense to stop calamity. When it matters, we're like Holmes and Hannity. Doing that shit you only see in movies. And rocking that after party with groupies. So let me introduce the man who has my back in the pins. Fake karate skills, I'll slap the black off the ninjas. You ready?
Yeah.
I'ma pass this shit.
What? And it goes like this. Thursday night hitter, they call me Balboa. Teeth gritting bitch, having backdoor blower. Master of plays, I got a statue of bronze. You be rolling like Chachi, I'll be fucking like Bond. No, Mrs. C, I wanna eat your pie. The MILF hunter tapped that action last night, cause I use Coors Light to get a bitch right. six-pack later, I'll be laying some pipe. I'm really hard, but not made of steel. I asked Ray Riley if the boobies were real. Yeah, I dig that.
But the internet's what he makes.
A master of beat.
Put your base for jail.
Superheroes, every city has them. Like the streets of Gotham City at Batman. We're on the call any time of day. We're making mad scientists aching like clay. Last line of defense to stop calamity. When it matters, we're like Holmes and Hannity. Doing that shit you only see in movies. And rocking that after party with groupies. Cause criminals be coming out at night like the Wolfman. I'ma make it right cause I am the solution. Cleaning up the town like there was pollution. Cause I know how to fight and I know kung fu. And the heart of the lion and the dragons too. And I got bare arms like the Constitution.
Superheroes, big boots.
Superheroes, every city has them. Like the streets of Gotham City at Batman. We're on the call any time of day. We're making mad scientists.
I never get the flu.
My kids don't need more shots.
I don't have time.
We're all healthy.
My asthma's under control.
I'm pregnant.
I've had the flu. It's not a big deal.
My kids are too old for flu.
is exaggerating.
I can fight it naturally.
No matter how you build your excuses, the flu can blow your house down. Keep your foundation strong. Vaccinate. Learn more at flu.gov.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This week's throwback is something you guys probably don't remember. I am a man of a particular age, so this was in the 70s. So all my 70s fanboys, you guys will probably remember this. It was the Shazam and ISIS Power Hour. If you remember that, it's a part of the whole Saturday morning cartoon lineup. And this was one of the first, I wouldn't say it was first, but it was in the beginning when live action comic book stories were on television. We had Wonder Woman. I don't know if this even predates Wonder Woman, the live action. Of course, we had Superman, which that was in black and white, but this is one of the first ones that I really like. Oh my God, there's Shazam on television. And at that time, I really didn't know who these people were. I just knew they had powers, they was flying, and it was kind of cool. First, it started off with Shazam. I think it was 1974. It went to 1977, and it was played by two characters. The character who played the actor who played Billy Batson was Michael Gray, and then Shazam, which I didn't know this, was played by two different characters, and I haven't seen the difference. They must really look alike, but if I do a lot of some more digging, I guess I can find out. But anyhow, Les Tremaine and John Davey, and what I think is funny now, how they made him fly, how they made him look. He was so much older, which he was, in the comic books. Billy Batson was a young kid, and Shazam is a grown man, but how they made him in the show, he just looked really ancient. But the Billy Batson character had I guess it was a grandpa or somebody, and then the whole Shazam thing was like this little, I don't know, Technicolor, sparkly, lit up, I don't know, ball with lights on it, and then he said Shazam and got his powers. That's how I communicated with the guys. I thought that was kind of corny. Looking back at it now, probably when I was, in the 70s, I was 5, 6, 7. I probably didn't think it was that corny. But then they introduced ISIS, and I guess they introduced ISIS for all the girls, so they would be more interested in Saturday morning television shows, and all the little gay boys. And they had this chick who was played. Who was Andrea Thomas, and actually they in the new ISIS series that's in the DC lineup, the new 52s, they get the character's name is based off Andrea Thomas's name, giving her a nod, because what I didn't know, the ISIS character was created for the television show. It was made on purpose for the television show, and then after it was to some success. It had 22 episodes over 2 years. That's when it became the ISIS and the Shazam and ISIS Power Hour. It ended up being a comic book. I remember, God, and I wish I had this book, because I remember when it was popular. My grandmother, we was at a grocery store here in town, and we was shopping for groceries or whatever, and she bought me a Shazam comic and an ISIS comic. And I remember the ISIS comic book. That thing is probably worth some money. I don't know, but I'm assuming that it's worth some money. And I remember ISIS was a green dragon on the front, trying to kill her or whatever, and she was right in the middle of it. And I remember her buying that for me, and, along with the Shazam comic, and I could see it like it was yesterday. So that was my throwback. There's just a ton of the videos on YouTube. It's kind of corny. If you can get past Isis, the character of Isis, the whole little rhyming thing she did to fly and to stop different stuff, it's really nostalgic to look back and see how the live action shows were run. I would think this predated Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman probably came out in around the same time. I don't think Wonder Woman made it to the 80s, but check it out. The Adventures of Shazam and Isis from the 1970s Filmation live action comic book.
Fanboy Throwback.
I want to thank you guys for listening tonight. We have one more segment to go through, and thanks for Chris Top from the Chris Top Show and Icon from the Off Limit Show for joining us in the chat room. Thank you guys for listening tonight. I should be in bed, but I'm not. I wanted to get this done because I'm trying to keep a schedule. And a lot of this is pre-recorded because I don't like my voice on Spreaker. I really haven't figured out how to get the choppiness to go away, but I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. So check out this story about Channing Tatum wanting to be Gambit in the next second. Thanks, guys. Lastly, I want to talk about some things that are coming up next week. We have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Been waiting for this show since they announced it last year. Agent Coulson's back. That comes on ABC on Tuesday the 24th. So expect probably next Thursday I'll have a review of the very first episode. It looks really, really good. There's a ton of promos on YouTube, on ABC's website, on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. website. It looks like it's going to be interesting. I hope enough people watch it to keep it interesting. Not even keep it interesting, so you have to get through the first season. If it's going to last, you have to get through the first season. Remember with the Cape, it got 13 episodes, but I think they only showed 10. It was kind of corny, but we needed to get through that first season. Then it can go downhill after we get 1 or 2 seasons up on our belt, but I think it's going to be great. I'm really interested in what mutants for the Marvel Universe or even superheroes for the Marvel Universe is going to be put into the show. There's already talk that Luke Cage, the black guy that you see jumping out of the window. I guess I haven't read anything. It may be him. And then you have all the agents, and of course, Coulson's back, and they're going to explain that. Maybe not in the first episode. And also, Arrow is coming out pretty soon in October. The majority of the shows are coming back in October. I did check out Sleepy Hollow. You would catch that on the Bite Me cast probably Sunday morning when I'll have opportunity to get that out there. And I liked it. So listen for that review Sunday on the Bite Me cast. And a couple more things I heard today, which I kind of thought was funny. Channing Tatum wants to be Gambit in the next X-Men movie. I guess Days of Future Past have already been filmed, so we know he won't be in that one. We've seen the guy who played Gambit in the first Wolverine movie. I liked him. I want him to stay as Gambit. I think Gambit's one of those Marvel characters that can have a standalone show. He's been very successful in the comics. I don't really know what he's doing now in the comic books. But they can always have Anna Paquin guest in the movie. Start that relationship. I think it'd be interesting to see. Channing Tatum. You're not going to be Gambit. I don't think you can pull off the accent. He has to have the accent. But Channing, he's a good-looking guy. Make him Wonder Man. If we didn't already have a Peter Rasputin, maybe he could be Colossus, but Wonder Man, if you want to be in the next Avengers movie, make him Wonder Man. That's one person they've left out. Hank Pym, I think they've already decided who's going to play Hank Pym. There's other Marvel characters that he can play in a movie, so I think they can find a place for him, but it just has to be, the right person. But you're not going to be Gambit. Sorry. And lastly, James Spader is going to be Ultron. You know, they always thought that Paul Bettany was going to be Ultron in the movie because the AI intelligence from the AI Jarvis, which is voiced by Paul Bettany, was going to end up being Ultron, which I guess it happened in the comic books. But in this incarnation, it's not going to happen. It looks like James Spader's going to be Ultron, but Paul Bettany is going to be the Vision. So, and why I said Wonder Man earlier, I remember, maybe I'm wrong, so you guys, you can correct me if I'm wrong. There was a time that I thought that Wonder Man was put inside the Vision's body at one point. Maybe I'm wrong. It could, I could be wrong. I'm not a perfect fanboy. I do have some flaws, but so with James Spader, Paul Bettany, he's going to be Jarvis, but he's going to turn into the Vision while trying to combat the Ultron or Ultrons. I read a little bit. Joss Whedon, so we know he's not going to be Ultron. He's going to be Vision. I thought I heard that what's the guy's name? The Rock or somebody was going to be Ultron. Not Ultron. I'm sorry. It was going to be the Vision. So maybe that's not true. There's so many rumors out there. I want to say thanks to Unleash the Fanboy. I get a lot of information from that website. Those guys are great over there. And thank you guys for listening. That's about all the time we have for today. I don't really have a lot. Check out the ISIS and Shazam. Don't forget free Halloween ComicFest Day. Check out how to enter the contest if you want to be eligible for some of the prizes. And you know what, guys? We'll see you next time.
Check us out on Facebook at The 5x5 or tweet us at The 5x5 or go to Recycle Blog Talk for past shows. Thanks for tuning in.